You guys, this is one of those stories that feels like it came completely out of nowhere, but at the same time, the more you look at it, the more it kind of makes sense, and now the entire internet is locked in, watching every move. Because Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton are officially at the center of one of the most unexpected celebrity relationship rumors we've seen in a long time, and let's just say, things are not moving slow, they're moving at full speed. Like Formula One championship pace. Because what started as quiet speculation has now turned into full-on public attention after the two were spotted together on April 20th in Malibu, California, and this was not just a casual, we ran into each other moment. This was something way more intimate, way more telling, because they were seen hitting the beach together, walking side by side, laughing, splashing around in the Pacific Ocean, and yes, hacking on the PDA in a way that immediately sent fans into a frenzy. With cameras, catching them kissing in the water, holding each other close, and just looking completely comfortable, like they were in their own world without a care in the world about who was watching. And honestly, that's the part that really stood out to people. Because when you're dealing with two global icons like Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton, you expect things to be a little more guarded, a little more controlled. But this felt natural, almost effortless, like they weren't trying to prove anything to anyone, and Kim, of course, looked exactly how you'd expect, effortlessly styled in a sleek black bikini paired with a matching sweatsuit, giving that signature mix of glam and casual that she's known for, while Lewis looked completely at ease, relaxed, confident, and very much present in the moment. And one detail that fans keep pointing out is how he rested his hand gently on the small of Kim's back as they walked out of the water together, which might seem like a small gesture, but it spoke volumes, because it showed a level of comfort and connection that you don't usually see unless there's something real there, and that's exactly why people can't stop talking about it, because this wasn't just chemistry for the cameras, it felt genuine. And when something feels genuine in the world of celebrity relationships, people pay attention, and what makes this even more interesting is that this didn't just happen overnight. This has actually been building for weeks, because if you go back to April 11th at Coachella during Justin Bieber's set, fans had already started noticing something between them. They were spotted in the crowd getting a little too close to just be friends, talking closely, laughing, leaning into each other, and just completely locked into their own conversation despite being surrounded by thousands of people, which of course sparked immediate speculation online, with fans zooming into clips, analyzing body language, and asking the big question, are they actually together, or is this just a coincidence? And at that point there was no confirmation, no posts, no statements, just vibes and rumors floating around. But then just a few days later on April 16th, Kim did what she does best. She soft-launched the relationship in a way that only she can, by posting a photo on Instagram that had everyone talking, and in that photo she's sitting on Lewis Hamilton's lap, looking completely comfortable and unbothered, and just like that, everything changed. Because when Kim Kardashian posts something like that, it's not accidental. She knows exactly what she's doing. Every image, every caption, every moment is calculated, and that post was basically her way of saying, yes, this is happening, without actually saying it out loud. And that's what sent the internet into overdrive, because suddenly all those Coachella rumors started to feel very real, and people began connecting the dots. And now with the Malibu Beach PDA, it's like the relationship has gone from subtle to undeniable in a matter of days, which is why so many people are saying this is moving incredibly fast. But here's the thing, fast doesn't always mean rushed. Sometimes it just means that two people are genuinely enjoying each other and not holding back, and that's kind of the energy people are getting from Kim and Lewis right now, because when you look at their interactions, there's a lightness there. A playfulness that feels different from some of Kim's past relationships, and that's another reason why fans are so invested, because if you've followed Kim's journey over the years, you know she's had very public, very intense relationships, ones that have played out in front of the entire world. And while those relationships had their moments, they also came with a lot of pressure, a lot of scrutiny, and a lot of complications. So seeing her in a situation that feels more relaxed, more balanced, is something people are really responding to, and it actually lines up with something she said not too long ago, because back in a November 2025 episode of The Kardashians, Kim opened up about her love life and admitted that she was open to dating again, but only when the right person came along, saying that when it happens, she would be ready and everything would fall into place. And now that quote is resurfacing everywhere, because fans are wondering if Lewis Hamilton might actually be that right person, and when you think about it, it's not as random as it first seemed, because Lewis isn't just any celebrity. He's someone who operates at the highest level in his field, someone who understands discipline, focus, and what it takes to maintain success over a long period of time. And he's also someone who knows what it's like to live under constant public attention, which is something Kim has been dealing with for years. So in a lot of ways, they actually share a similar world, a similar level of fame, and that kind of mutual understanding can make a big difference in a relationship, and maybe that's why this connection feels like it has a different kind of foundation, because it's not just about attraction or headlines, it's about two people who understand each other's lifestyles. And that's something fans are definitely picking up on, but of course, not everyone is convinced, because with any celebrity relationship, especially one that appears to move this quickly, there are always going to be skeptics, people who question whether it's real or just another moment designed to capture attention, and those conversations are happening right now, with some fans saying they're surprised and didn't see this coming at all, others saying they actually love the pairing and think it makes sense, and then some who are waiting to see how it plays out before forming an opinion. But regardless of where people stand, one thing is clear: this story has everyone watching, because there's something intriguing about seeing two major figures from completely different worlds come together like this, and it raises so many questions about what happens next, because right now we've seen the beach outing, we've seen the Instagram post, we've seen the Coachella moment, but what's the next step? Will they make a more official public appearance together? Will they attend events as a couple? Will there be more glimpses into their relationship? And knowing how things usually go in the world of celebrities, it probably won't be long before we get more answers, because once something like this becomes public, it tends to keep unfolding in front of us, and that's part of what keeps people so invested, the idea of watching a relationship develop in real time, seeing the small moments, the big moments, and everything in between, and trying to piece together what it all means, and honestly, whether this turns into something long-term or just remains a short-lived chapter, it's already become one of the most talked about stories right now, because it taps into something people love: unexpected connections, surprising chemistry, and the possibility of something new and exciting, and at the end of the day, beyond all the speculation and headlines, what people are really responding to is the energy between them, the way they seem to genuinely enjoy each other's company, the way they look relaxed and happy in those moments, and that's something that resonates, because everyone likes to see people finding happiness, especially after everything that's been so public in the past, and that's why this story continues to gain momentum, because it's not just about who they are individually, it's about what they might be together, and that's the part people are curious about. So now it really comes down to this. What do you think? Do you believe Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton are actually building something real here, or is this just one of those moments that feels big right now but fades over time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because I want to hear every perspective on this. And if you want more inside updates, breaking celebrity news, and all the latest viral moments like this, make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe to Celeb Scoop 247. Because trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next with this story.